Hey everyone, it's been a while. Yeah, been a while since you've heard my voice. It's me, Rainbow Duck Studios, or Watermelon Monty, as I go by these days. Or you can just, call me Montague. And today we have an unboxing of some stuff I got off of Buyee. It's a bunch of Plarail items because I decided to start collecting Plarail again. And I thought I'd also, expand my collection since I'm coming back to YouTube now. But besides whatever is in this box, I also have this. But not just the new Diecast Percy, I also have All Legends Go Duck. I might save these for another video, or I don't know, I might just open them anyways, but let me put those aside because they're not the focus. The focus is whatever is in this box. So, enough waffling, let's get on to the unboxing. Also, I apologize if I sound a bit weird. That's because, well, firstly, it's been a while since I last recorded a video with my voice. And also, I'm a bit sick today, so that might be the reason why I sound a bit off. Anyways, let's open the box. And here's everything in the box. Now, let's take a look at them, shall we? Alright, so the first item I ordered off of Buyee is the Plarail Hurricane and Frankie. This is something I've kept an eye out for a while because I wanted the Plarail Hurricane and Frankie since since it was released, but I never got around to buying it. And unfortunately, it's been discontinued and it's pretty hard to find these days, at least for a cheap price. I managed to find this for about $30 on Buyee. And if you remember my older videos, I used to have a Trackmaster 2 Hurricane, but it's no longer in my collection. And honestly, it was serviceable for a while, but I think it's about time I get an upgrade to one. And here they are. Okay, so now that the two engines and the ladle truck are out of the bag, let's take a look at them, shall we? So let's just get the ladle truck out of the way. I think this looks pretty nice, and I do like the little gimmick where this wheel turns and it tips the wagon. I'm definitely gonna replace these traction tires because they are gross. Like, oh, it is gross. And here's Frankie. And I never understood why they decide to make Frankie a piece of rolling stock and not a motorized engine. And not to mention she's really under-detailed for a Plarail item. Like not even sticker details to lift this piece up. The face sculpt is really nice. I do like the face sculpt. And her molded detail is also really nice. Like I said, I feel like they should have at least either painted it up or even just used stickers. Like, at least sticker details can still lift this item up. Yeah, she has a little stress mark there, but that's because it's used. It's to be expected. I do plan on modifying this Frankie soon by giving her moving side rods and painting up all of her details, because I decided to, add her to my upcoming series. Yeah, this is a really nice piece. Now let's get on to Hurricane. If you remember from my older videos, like I said, I used to have a Trackmaster 2 Hurricane, but unfortunately I don't have it anymore. I think I sold it off or donated. I don't know. Like, a lot of my old stuff got, a lot of my old stuff is gone now. But yeah, let's focus on the engine itself. A piece of the traction tire melted onto the Hurricane, and it's pretty gross. Honestly, sculpt-wise, this is really nice. I do like the sculpting on this engine, but it has the same problem as the Trackmaster 2 one, where he is way too small, like just way too short. When in the show, well, technically the movie, Hurricane is a large tank engine. Like, he is massive. Like, he is a massive tank engine, but in toy form, he is way too short. Like, he's shorter did that atrocious Trackmaster Duncan, aka the worst Trackmaster item of all time, in my opinion. But this is still nice. It's still a nice model, even though some of the details unpainted, like the back is just blank, buffers aren't painted, and the face sculpt is really nice. But personally, I prefer the Trackmaster 2 face because, I don't know, I think it's a lot more menacing, but this one is still a nice face. I am gonna modify this Hurricane at some point, don't know when, because I want to make him longer. Like, I'm gonna cut the cab away and just stick this onto a longer chassis or something. It's like, you'll probably get what I mean once I, start work on the modified Hurricane. But one thing I will do is I will swap out this chassis because I don't like the red wheels on Hurricane. I think the red wheels just look really ugly on Hurricane. So I'm gonna give this chassis to Dante and then give Dante's chassis to Hurricane. So that Dante has red wheels and Hurricane has, black wheels for the time being. But yeah, this is a nice engine. I will test run a lot of these guys just to make sure they, work and all that. So I don't have to do any maintenance work on them. But let's get on to the other items. Alright, so the next engine we shall talk about is Ryan, and some is rolling stock as well, but we'll put these aside for now and just talk about the actual engine. Plarail Ryan here is pretty nice. He rolls pretty smoothly, nice molded detail. Some of it is unpainted for some reason, like this middle wheel. I don't know why it's unpainted. Face sculpt looks really nice though. And this is a bit of a hot take for me, but I personally prefer the Trackmaster 2 Ryan over this one. Like, I just lean towards the Trackmaster 2 one more, but this one is still nice. It's still a nice representation of Ryan from Soto's Legend of the Lost Treasure. I think that's what the movie's called. I need to rewatch that movie. It's been like ages since I last watched any Thomas episode or even movie. Oh, the only thing I've watched is the pilot, but that's besides the point. Plarail Ryan here is pretty nice and, rolls smoothly, and I plan to repaint this Ryan pretty soon into my ideal take on Stanley from The Great Discovery, because one big problem I have with Stanley, but also Ryan, is that they're pretty fucking boring characters. They are so goddamn boring. Like what is Stanley's character, and hell, what is Ryan's character other than just generic nice guy? Like Ryan especially, he had so much potential to be an interesting character, but they just made him generic nice guy. Like the original script, at least according to the wiki, he was supposed to be a very overconfident and dismissive engine. And I think that at least make Ryan interesting, like make him like a rival of some sorts to Thomas. But no, they decide just to go with, a very generic nice guy engine with no substance to him. But yeah, like I said, I have my own version of Stanley or Ryan. I mean, I kind of combined the two together. They're kind of the same to me. I mean, might as well call this guy Purple Stanley. I have my own version of this character in my upcoming series, and you'll see that later down the line. And why don't we also take a look at his rolling stock that he comes with. So Plarail Ryan comes with skiff. I don't know if the flak piece is in the box. I'll probably have to check. And I think skiff is nice. Don't really care that much for him as a character, but I mean, at least the toy's nice. And we also have a plain orange-ish yellow truck. It'll go nicely with my other rolling stock, and coupling is bent. I'll have to replace that. But yeah, it's in nice condition. I might repaint it or keep it as it is, but just paint the plank details. But yeah, it's nice to have more trucks in the collection. Alright, next up is Rosie. Let's try it out, shall we? And take a look at Rosie. I've been needing to get a new Rosie for a while now. I had 3 Rosies prior to this one. One childhood one, which I unfortunately lost. A knockoff one I got back in 2017. That was my Rosie for a few years. Like, I even used it in the original version of Soto New Adventures. And then I had a second Rosie that was originally really sun faded, but it got repainted a few times, and both of those Rosies are gone now, and now we have this one. And Rosie is a really nice TOMY model right here. Like, traction ties are pretty disgusting, but like I said, I'm gonna replace some of these parts. You know, she's really nicely sculpted. Like, I love a lot of the molded detail on her. She has some sticker detail here and here. Her face is really nice, but what's very common with these TOMY Rosies is that whenever they're used, like, they're always missing the freckles and the eyebrows. Like, it is rare to find a used TOMY Trackmaster Rosie with her eyebrows and her freckles intact. Like, they're just always rubbed off. And it kind of makes her look really creepy without them. I'm definitely going to repaint her face and add her signature details back. And with this Rosie, like, besides the face, I'm going to repaint this Rosie entirely into a new livery. Like, and also, I plan on modifying this Rosie by cutting off the foot plate just so that she looks more like her actual bases in real life. And yeah, this original lavender Rosie is really nice. And they did make a red, Plarail did make a red Rosie a few years ago, but like with Hurricane and Frankie, I never got around to buying it, and it's now discontinued and very rare. But it is what it is. At least I have a Rosie now that I could repaint and use for my upcoming series. Rosie comes with two troublesome trucks with balloon cargo pieces. Like, it's nice to have some more troublesome trucks in the collection, and these balloon pieces, I might paint them up into coal. I think I've seen some people like take these balloon cargo pieces and just turn them to coal. That's what I'm gonna do, because I need some, you know, coal loads for trucks. Alright, next up we have Toby. And if you see my collection video, I already have a Toby, so I'll probably turn this one into a custom of a generic LNER J70 tram engine, probably in the either BR livery or something like that. Because I already have a Toby that I'm going to be using in my series, and this will just be a background engine that I could probably use as like a one-off character in a video or two. Yeah, Toby is really nice, and the fact that you can still get the original TOMY Plarail Toby in the current range is honestly insane. The fact that Takara Tomy never updated this Toby whatsoever, like not even a new face or even a new mold altogether. Like, it kind of shows how timeless the TOMY Plarail Toby is. And Toby is like, he's like a character that's impossible to fuck up in merchandise, except for two occasions. But yeah, Toby is such a simple design, but yet he, you know, stands out a lot as a character. Like, I really like Toby as a character. I especially love the Tobias and the Sentinel films. Like, I grew up watching those films and they're amazing. And it's pretty much one of the reasons why I really like Toby. But even, you know, in the Railway series books and the TV series, Toby is a really nice character. Easily one of my favorites. And we also have a green breakdown crane. It's a nice piece of rolling stock. I might sell this one because I already have two breakdown cranes, so I don't really need this one. I'm likely gonna sell this one off. Same thing with Rocky over here. This is the non-motorized Rocky. It's the one that comes with the surprise Percy pack, which I'm pretty sure is still available. And as you can see, he's missing his pistons. Rocky is a nice piece of rolling stock. Don't really care that much for him as a character, but, you know, at least he looks nice. To go alongside with Toby, we have Henrietta. And like with Toby, I already have a Henrietta to use in my upcoming series. So this one, I'll probably repaint this into a workman's coach, or probably just a generic coach for another engine to pull. I actually might make this into, like, I don't know, a coach for Mavis or something, just to give, you know, Mavis a coach to pull to take the workman to and from the quarry. And also we have a plain truck. It's nice to have more trucks. I might paint this one up into something else. And then we have Thomas the Train. the original Plarail Thomas with no eyebrows, so he looks kind of creepy. And he's also missing one of his lamp irons, and he's pretty battered up. Like, this is a really well-loved Thomas, and I think it looks pretty clean. Like I said earlier, I will test out all these engines just to see who works and who doesn't. Yeah, it's nice to have another Thomas to use. The middle wheel doesn't really like sticking out. I have to fix that. I already have a Thomas that I'm going to be using in my videos, so this will be turned into a custom later down the line. And he also comes with Annie and Clarabel. I've been needing a new Annie and Clarabel for quite a few years now, so I'll definitely use these Annie and Clarabels from now on. Once I, fix up Clarabel's couplers, I can finally replace my really shitty Annie and Clarabels that I've been using since like 2019, I think, since the Rainbow Duck Studios days. Yeah, nice to have some new Annie and Clarabels to use in my videos. Go over there. Alright, next engine is Connor. And this is a really nice Plarail model right here. Plarail Connor is so nice. I actually had a Plarail Connor like, I think about 3 years ago, but I sold it off, and I honestly do regret doing that, especially that I'm pretty sure Plarail Connor has been discontinued now, which is a shame because like Plarail Connor and Caitlin are really nice. Like, they are, not only are they well detailed, but they're long as well. They're huge because they're huge American streamliners, so they pretty much have to be pretty big. Like this engine is, this iteration of Connor is like almost perfect. The only flaw is the face. I really hate the face. Like, Plarail Connor and Caitlin's faces look atrocious. Like, which is the one thing that the Trackmaster ones have over this one, is the faces. But this is still a nice model either way. It's still a nice like model, toy. I mean, I just say both. Yeah. I regret selling my old one, so I'm definitely keeping this one around. I was going to turn it into a custom, but it's like, nah, fuck it. I'll just keep Connor the way he is. He'd make a nice background engine for my videos. And to go alongside of Connor, we also have his Express Coach, which is really nice. Like, it's nice to have some more Express Coaches, especially in a different color. It's nice to have, variety and all that. Alright, so next up we have not one, but two Percys. I'll just put this one down and take a look at this one first. This is the updated Plarail Percy, which is honestly a much needed glow up because the original 2003 Plarail Percy face is pretty ugly, and this CGI one looks way nicer, and it's a much needed upgrade. Like I said, he's still, classic old Tomy Plarail Percy, rolls smoothly, and I think he's pretty clean. I'll take a closer look at that later. And we also have another one, same thing. They're both the same. Like I was expecting at least a shot, like the shot face Percy, but it looks like the seller just threw it into the CGI ones. And to go alongside with Percy, have another field tanker, which is nice. Like, it's nice to have some more tankers. I might repaint this one because I think I have enough field tankers, or might just keep this one around. And we also have a troublesome van. Wow, this one is clean. Holy shit, this is clean. This is like, it's in pristine condition, and I'm definitely gonna keep this in the way it is because it is clean as hell. This has always been my favorite troublesome truck variant, especially in the Tomy Plarail range. Like, I love these like laughing face troublesome vans. It's nice to have more of them in the collection. I apologize for the awkwardness of this video. Like I said, I'm a bit sick today, and this video is also unscripted. But on to the next engine, we have Diesel 10. And he is in pretty good condition. Seems like the original 2000 Diesel 10. Yeah, claw still moves up and down, doesn't feel stiff or loose. He seems pretty clean as well. And since I already have a Diesel 10, I will be turning this one into a custom. I might redo my D261 by using this Diesel 10, or I'll probably make a new D199 or something. I don't know, I'll probably have to, I'll figure that out eventually. Like, I'll figure out what to do with this Diesel 10 at some point. Yeah, this is a nice Diesel 10. But to go alongside the Diesel 10, we have these two mustard-colored troublesome trucks. And it's nice to have more of these. Like I said, it's nice to have more troublesome trucks in the collection. I might paint these guys up or keep them the way they are, because I'd like to have, you know, more custom road stock made soon. Alright, so we're almost done with the box, and second last engine is Mavis, who was looking really clean. Well, outside this piece of gunk right here, but I can remove that later at the end of the video. Yeah, this Mavis looks really nice. And I plan to turn this Mavis into a custom pretty soon. I'm going to be making her into Zip from Fundamental Paper Education, because since I made Oliver, I might as well make the rest of the bully trio, so this Mavis will be turned into Zip. This is really clean Mavis. I might use my original Mavis. I might use this Mavis as my main Mavis for my videos and then turn my original one into Zip, but I don't know. We'll see. Let's get on to the last engine, shall we? Alright, last engine from the job lot. We have this Japanese electric passenger engine. I don't know what class of engine this is. I'll put it up on the screen right now once I figure it out. But yeah, it seems like this engine has like Thomas printing on them. It's really nice printing, but wait, actually it's not even printing, it's sticker decal. Damn, that sucks. I mean, it's still nice though, like, even though it's stickers, it's still really nice. You can see here, like, even though it's stickers, it's still really nice looking deco. It's still a nice deco. Here's the middle car. It seems to be based around Hero of the Rails and a lot of classic series moments. Like, as you can see here, you have James Goes Buzz Buzz, and then the rear car, you have Percy's Chocolate Crunch. And some Model Series characters as well, like, you know, here's Freddy, Hector, right there. This is a really nice engine, but I'm definitely going to be removing the sticker decal off of this, and I'm not sure what I'm going to repaint this into. I might redo my Daisy custom. I might turn this into a new version of Daisy, but like I said, we'll see later down the line. But yeah, that's the last engine I got from the big job lot. Now we've reached the end of the review video. I have tested all these engines just to see how well they run. Most of them run pretty decently, although with the exception of 3, Thomas, Connor, and Ryan. Thomas doesn't really run all that well, but that doesn't really matter because I'm really going to use it for parts. I will take this body shell and use it for a custom of a certain tank engine that you may remember in my old videos. If you know, you know. Connor, he's just really slow. I'm definitely going to swap his motor out once I get one of those TOMY Hyperdash motors. Just whatever fast motor works for him, because Connor is a streamlined engine, so he should be, you know, a fast runner. And then there's Ryan, who runs like absolute shit. He has a similar problem that I have with my Trackmaster Dennis, where he just didn't really run at first, but then he works. But even when he works, he runs like absolute shit, so definitely gonna replace his motor. So not only am I repainting him, I'm gonna be swapping his motor out as well. But like I said, everyone else here runs really smoothly, and I can't wait to turn some of these into customs. And just before we get into the little running montage, I might as well get my thoughts on these two Diecast toys out because I won't have time to make a separate video on them. Percy here is really, really nice. Like, I really like the Thomas that I got a few days ago, and Percy here is amazing. Like, feels like a really solid toy. I love the side rod details, the wheels look nice, they roll smoothly, and he feels like a high quality toy. Like, face here looks really nice, and he's just like, this is just a really solid toy for the 80th anniversary, and I can't wait to get my hands on James and Henry once they show up in Melbourne. And hopefully they do other characters in this new range, because this new range has a lot of potential. Hopefully it doesn't end up like the 2022 Wooden Railway range where it just died. But here's All Legends Go Duck, and just my quick thoughts on this. All Legends Go bad, but Diecast toy good. Yeah. Like, I don't like All Legends Go, but the Diecast toys are really good. Like especially Duck here, he is really nice. Just like the Percy, rolls really smoothly, and I really like the detail on this. The yellow wheels are kind of weird, but it's whatever. It's All Legends Go. I mean, the show itself is kind of weird. But yeah, I really like this Duck, and I want to get my hands on Edward because aside from Duck being my favorite Thomas character, Edward is also my favorite Thomas character, and I want the All Legends Go version of him now. But yeah, that's pretty much my quick thoughts on the two Diecast toys I have. Enough waffling, let's get into the running section.